everybody, what's up? Happy Sunday. It's your girl Mecca.
And Ryan.
And welcome to the Coffee Comments.
Whoop, whoop.
Last week we had a bit of a, conflict, so we couldn't come on and talk to you lovely people. But today, we back.
You know the work life.
Right.
Those who are working
their 9 to 5 and doing the side hustle, you already know.
Yes. We had to do things to pay the bills.
And to keep this show going. So.
And happy Halloween weekend to all you people out there dressing up in interesting costumes.
And going to win money off of costumes and things like that. Somebody said a good point, and it was like people don't even dress up for Halloween anymore like they used to with unique costumes. They just dress up as celebrities. How do you feel about that?
It's a costume, because half of them celebrities are animated, so I mean, it makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like that is true. Like, when I first went to college in California, if anybody knows West Hollywood, that's like the Village of California. And if you know the Village in New York is with all the gays and extravagant things go down. Drag shows, bars, clubs, party till the wheels fall off, whatever. Every year they have a big old annual. Basically, it's more than a block party. They shut down like 8 blocks straight down for Halloween weekend or Halloween day. And everybody just go all out and meet. And when I first went out there, they had some good costumes. Like, it was the Hangover guys. That's when Hangover was like really hot.
Yeah.
And like Nicki Minaj in certain videos and things like that. But it was creative stuff. Like, there was like astronauts, but different types of astronauts. Like, it was really creative. And now when you look on social media, everything just looks like...
Well, you know that there was going to be a lot of that Suicide Squad. What's her name? That one character. Katrina dressed up as her. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I'm waiting for Heidi Klum. I look for it every year. She has not been posting.
But see, that's what I mean. Klum. Like, you look for her because she's like artistic. It's some good costumes. Right. Some people, it's like how they used to say that Halloween used to be an excuse for hoes to like dress like hoe and try to be a hoe. I feel like now, like, these people are trying to prove that they look like Kim Kardashian. Like, they're not having fun with these costumes. They're just like, oh, I'm Nicki Minaj, but the girl looks like Nicki Minaj's identical sister with the whole outfit. I don't think that's like...
Well, like I said, some of these celebrities are just animated enough, so why not walk around looking like them, I guess. I don't know. I didn't do any of that. The most I got for Halloween this year was a shirt from Walmart, because I'll be at work. So
yeah, we were gonna do this whole big thing at my the store I work at, and I was gonna get cupcakes and all this, but it's only literally 3 of us working tomorrow. We already gonna be eating off the candy that we gotta pass out to the kids.
I'm glad I'm gonna miss.
And we're not gonna dress up or do anything. But crazy enough, last Halloween was super, 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 super dead. Like. So it's not like we're going to be like...
Well, we're going to be busy because they're actually doing trick-or-treating for the little kids. So we're going to have little bread snatchers around there. I'll be gone. So I don't have to deal with the bread snatchers and all that stuff. I will be on my way home or at home when all this stuff transpires.
So yeah, people out there, I know since Thursday or Friday, some people who got them good jobs, y'all Friday started on Thursday, and everybody that work a regular, 9 to 5 or whatever, 8 to 4, 8 to 5, everybody's weekend started on Friday, but tomorrow is officially Halloween, so just be safe. You already know 5-0 is out.
Deep.
So, real deep. So, just be safe, don't drink, don't drive.
Or if you're gonna be
drive,
like Uber or Lyft,
yep.
We don't have any codes. We're not doing this because we have codes.
We don't have codes. Sorry, guys.
No codes.
But you
the
you
nice
get the
celebrities
point.
that you're dressing up as, they've been posting. You can use my code.
Black China does hers on Snapchat. Any holiday, $50.
Kylie Jenner just did one. So hey, we're giving you the tips and tricks.
Right. So just be safe out there, and if you're anything like me, since after California and getting a relationship all we do is buy candy for ourselves, watch the scary movies, and grab a whole bunch of pizza. So that's my Halloween, and I'm working, of course. So yeah, be safe out there, guys. So tonight's topic is gonna be more funny, crazy stuff of us just rambling. It's gonna be the comparison of blacks versus whites and or other races at work.
Y'all know that because y'all know the difference between the two. You have worked with different races at work, and some of them you just shaking your head and you like, really be? Because I know I have worked with a variety of races at work at different jobs, and I personally is just be like, you know what, I love my people, but sometimes they get on my nerves.
I'm gonna have to interject and oppose to that. I haven't seen a difference.
Oh, precious. I have.
I mean, I haven't seen a difference only because I'm not going by race. I'm going by generation. And this damn generation is lazy, period. Or they lazy, period. And they're also, they don't value jobs like how.
But that's more so young people.
No.
And some
no.
Late, like early 20-year-olds.
No.
They get.
Because I know one that is damn near 40. And she acts like the other ones. I'm just saying. So no. I just think it's the generation, and I think it's the manager, whatever the tone that the manager or the company sets. I feel like everybody thinks like, oh, well, because they're not tripping off of this, that, and the third, I can just continue to be comfortable and basically either do nothing in my job or get away with murder at my job. I'm still getting paid for it either way.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. Me personally, I haven't really seen it as like a black, white, Indian, or whatever type thing. Except, let me take that back.
Okay.
Working in California. I love California and I love Hispanics. My brother-in-law is Mexican. But the difference between the Mexicans and working with the black people, the Mexicans did everything by the book and was not trying to lose their job at all. Like, and they were very like, yes. The black people is not in a job description. They're gonna come late. They feel entitled to tips but ain't do nothing all day. Like, that is one difference that I see.
Well, my experience with us blacks is that I don't like, it's more so females that I have worked with, that black females, and I'm a black female, but I'm a different breed of black female. And I do have some black tendencies, I ain't gonna lie. But the ones that I have worked with, it's either I get the ones that is just smelling themselves too much.
Oh, the ones my mom say that you can't give black people no power.
Exactly. You give them too much power and they're like, blah, blah, blah. They got their nose tooted up in the air and they looking at you. You can't say nothing back to them. Even if, they are totally in the wrong. You just can't. I'm this and I'm that. And
I know somebody like that.
And it's like, really? All I want to do is come to work, do my job, let you do your job, and then we can go home, get that nice paycheck by the end of the 2 weeks. Why do I have to go through hell, be stressed out, come home, be cussing out everybody else, and the person I really want to cuss out is your black ass, and I can't because I don't want to lose my job because I have bills and responsibilities. So, but then when I'm working with white people, the funny thing is, the only thing that they do now,
they're condescending to me.
They can be that way. They definitely can be that way. Or this the condescending thing. And then what cracks me up about the white people in the workplace, it's just that some of them, the ones I work with, are so by the book, it just fucking pisses you off.
Yeah, and they're nasty. They're nasty.
Yes.
Nasty and nice, but very and condescending and patronizing. But it's not that way.
Right, I don't mean it that way.
It's not that way.
I don't mean it that way.
It's just,
And they always got to feel like, I was going to say somebody's name, but it's like somebody we both know that we work with, and he does this nice nasty, and it's like he does that. Well, yeah, but let me explain it to you why I'm about to be nasty to you behind it, and you're like, okay, and that's all you can say. But yeah, I totally am in agreement with the condescending.
Yeah, I just, like the girl I used to talk to, she has a higher position at work. And I've been on the phone with her telling me, like, we exchanging. I'm like, I got my retail, you got your corporate news, or whatever the case is. So we exchanging stories, whatever. And since she has a higher position and she's over the schedule and she's over training and stuff, she was like, I don't care. This is business versus personal. But both of them personally don't like each other. So she was on the phone telling me how she gonna cut this girl hours, how she basically gonna play with her money because she has the right to. And I'm just like, see, you can't give black people no power like that.
Right.
Because she was on the phone like, and the fucked up part is, her boyfriend dumped her. She about to get her car. And she just sitting up there like, so what? It's all business. It's not personal. I'm doing my job. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so why don't you be condescending, or why don't you be nicey and play at her own game? So why don't you give her way too many hours that she can't handle, rather than you just gonna take the money from the girl? Like, do something. You want to be petty, like, so what? I could do it. I'm like, that's somebody's money. Like, that's somebody's livelihood.
Right. That's what I don't like, and that's another thing that definitely, I hate to be this way against my people, but that definitely is, when they got power over schedules, or basically power over schedules, they'll be like, I'm gonna cut her. And it's like, do you have a purpose? Now, my thing
but it's like stupid. It bites you in the ass because you're gonna cut these people. Guess what? That means you have to do OT. That means
well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but still, you're gonna be short-staffed. You're gonna be short-handed, and if you work anything like our nice little company, if you work for anything, that's why I say you're gonna have to pull doubles. You're gonna have to, because 9 times out of 10, especially in retail, you can't always get covered. People look at their schedule. That's their schedule. That's what it is for the week. They plan. Everybody plans, so you can't get mad when somebody plans on their original off day to not be available, because that's what that was. But it's like, you being petty and you cutting hours and stuff like that, that's gonna bite you in the ass.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't even care. It's just a simple fact that they love to have that good 2.5 seconds of, I got to crush her real quick. And it's like, you don't think about the aftermath of it. When that week come where you cut every damn body, and now you sitting there with your lip poked out, and there's not going to be anybody there to help you out.
Right.
So that's what frustrates me about, dealing with our lovely race. And then also breaks on different levels. And you notice with white people and black people and other races. Now, blacks, you tell a nigga that you got 30 minutes. And we're going to be like, all right, got 30 minutes.
I got to go pay a bill. I got to go eat lunch. I got to talk to Bae. Then I got to go pick something up for my kid or myself because I'm going to this party on Friday. 30 minutes is 10 goddamn minutes in real life, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So you running a clock for 30 minutes and coming back 45 is not okay.
And then what cracks me up is they'll have an attitude with you like, what are you looking at? Why you got an attitude? I was just 10 minutes late. I was just 15 minutes late. And you're like, you're messing up the rotation of other people's taking their breaks. So when you're 10 or 15 minutes late, that means everything else is pushed back 10 or 15 minutes. So that pissed me off now. My non-blacks, they'll go on their little lunch. They get their little 30, like Bernie Mac said. They go to their desk. They had their little cheese sandwiches. And then they come back to work. It's no problem. There's no problem. But us, you get, and then don't let us have the clock machine messed up, or they can't clock out. Boy, you just let a wild animal loose, because we ain't gonna just.
That's my time.
Because no, I'm just saying, if we did not have to clock out,
Oh,
if something's wrong with the...
Gotta go get the kids.
And that, like I said, it's just letting a wild animal
Gotta
loose.
go pick up grandma.
And they'll come back, oh, I thought, you know what had happened was...
what Maya used to do on Girlfriends, go get her whole hair done, her car wash, go take Darnell his lunch. Be like, Maya, your break was an hour and a half ago.
Right. And it's just annoying. I love my people, but you know how we do. We don't know how to act right all the daggone time, especially with lunches and anything. And you know, it's annoying. Like I said, when y'all take an extended lunch, it flops into other people. And that actually caused tension at work. Because you know people be hungry. Yeah. If your mind is set for 1 o'clock to eat, and that's the time you eat every day, you know your stomach is rumbling at 1:01. Talk about, all right, it's time to eat. And then they come back at 1:15 and you sitting there like pissed the hell off. So that means you're going to be pissed off all the rest of your shit.
Cause you ain't eat on time.
And then you going to be bringing that up on occasion. You know, Shaquan did not come back on her break. That bitch.
I didn't even get to eat that day because she took forever on her break. And by the time she came back, my shift was over. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. You guys just be.
I went to work today, and that's what my employees say. I'm so hungry, I just can't. I didn't even get to eat. All we was eating was Twix all day. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't work today. See? I don't know what to tell you.
Prime example. Just respect the time. Take your 30. And if you're going to be late, just call. A little bit. Someone, hey, be running a little 5 minutes.
No.
I mean, we don't like to hear
being late. That shit has got to stop. I'm telling you all now, it has to stop. Because if other people got to get off, or like she just said, go to break, nobody can do that on time. Because why? Your ass want to come 15, 30 minutes late.
And that's another thing.
You knew what time you were scheduled.
Once again, like I said, I love my people. I do. Because I love being black. But we will be good for not calling to say we're going to be late. We will not. And we'll show up talking about, oh, girl, what had happened was. And you like, so you couldn't call?
That's because people think that not calling and rushing into work makes it even more dramatic effect than calling ahead of time. Saying, I just got in a car accident. Instead, what you gotta do is you gotta not call them at all. Run up in there in the job and come up with this big old, oh my gosh, I was in a car accident, my phone died, da 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 blah blah blah. People are so ridiculous when it comes to working.
Yes, but like I said, it's us people that kind of. We have some interesting things to talk about. And I would say that we gossip the most, but I think it may be true. Because when I was working at Macy's, I worked with the mixed crowd. It was more of us.
I don't know, because I be hearing different things, that white girls are catty, and...
I never dealt with... I didn't have to deal with that, and this is just working at Macy's. I didn't deal with the catty white girls. But I did deal with, like you were saying, the condescending... white girls. And
I've worked in an environment where I worked with all white people and I was the only black person, and they were bullying another white girl.
Awesome. That's kind of funny, but it's not funny.
Like it was weird. I never seen that.
She must have been lower class.
No, actually, I think it was more so they didn't like her because she thought she was really stuck up and. All extra. Like, I have my Louis Vuitton bag. I have my Chanel bag. And they were like, but you work here still. Like, I never seen it. And when I worked there, then I seen it. I was like, oh, damn. Okay. I thought this only happens with black and Puerto Ricans.
Right. That does sound like more of a black and Puerto Rican thing, more so than white people. But I didn't think white people actually... I mean, I know they had issues with, like... Or not issues, but they'll downplay the ones that are lower class and upper class. But I never thought that... Well, not never, but I never been around where they'd be like, oh my God, she's not carrying this season's Louis Vuitton or Gucci or Fendi or whatever.
Yeah, it was more so like she thinks she's all that because she has this.
But was it coming from heifers that didn't have, and they probably
no, all of them pretty much had the same things.
Okay, was it like out of season? I'm trying to understand the beef.
No, they just said she's a mean person. I guess like she was a mean person, and they just kept going back and forth.
She probably was shady. She probably was like one of them shady, petty somebody.
Yeah, I think that's what it was because I walked into it and she was going away to college. So when I got hired, I was like kind of walking into it. But she was a bitch to me. She was. She didn't like new people. So she was like one of those real petty, juvenile, kind of people. And everybody else was like cool with me. And they've been there for a long time. It was Abercrombie, y'all. I worked at Abercrombie in high school.
Oh, well, there it is. You should have said that from Jump Street. Okay, now
I worked at Abercrombie in high school.
It's definitely making sense now. What you saying that? You should have said that from Jump Street. But that makes sense. Totally makes sense. But I just always think it's funny, dealing with different races in the workplace because they do have different same job, but they have different ways of doing
that job.
Of doing the job, interacting in the job, interacting with other people at the job. And like I said, I've experienced working with both white and black people, but I've always had a problem with the black people, and it's been black females, and I can't stand this. Like black females, and I keep saying, I'm a black female, but I'm not like that at work. I come to work to go do my job, and I just want to be done. I don't have time to be shady, petty, or any of that. It's like I go to work to have fun, to try to make everybody else have fun at work.
Have fun, right?
Because let's keep it funky. Nobody really likes to work. We just want money to materialize in our accounts. Yeah. And so that we can either shop or travel or do whatever else we want to do besides work.
Right.
But, I mean, come on. There's nobody in this world that says, you know what? I just absolutely love working.
Oh, well, I think I know somebody that really like that for real.
And I'm going to understand that whole saying, you find a job or a career that you love or a passion, it's not work. I'm like, come on, dog. When you got to put effort or anything to maintain your passion, it's work.
It's work.
And like I said, and there's nobody in this world that says, I just wake up and I love doing my job. I don't care if it is your passion, your dream, or whatever. You're stuck on, like, I wish that I can have a moment where I don't have to work. Because, hell, even Miss Beyonce, didn't she take some time off after her one album?
Yeah.
And she was traveling the world having fun? Yeah, because it's called a break.
Right.
Although her account was still growing, while she was on this level degree. Exactly. We don't get that luxury of being like, you know what? Let's take 6 months off.
Right.
And I'm going to travel or look at the wall.
And eat and get fat and then lose all the weight. And then come back with another CD.
And be fine as hell. Because, yes! So all I've been doing is eating bread and water and sucking up air. But, whatevs.
But that was our fun little show. I hope y'all had fun with us. Right. I hope y'all had fun with us and, share if anything we said is not true or, you think it's true, comment on the Instagram, the Facebooks, Spreaker here at Spreaker.com. You can still chat with us after the show is done.
And on YouTube.
And, YouTube too. I keep forgetting we were on YouTube. How?
I don't know. I think because we're spread on everything, so we forget YouTube.
Right.
But those YouTubers, we are there. The coffee comments, not hard to find us.
Yeah.
It's not.
And we will be with you guys next week. Bye.
Check for the new...
Oh, yeah, topic on Thursday. All right, everybody. Goodbye.
Deuces.